Hey guys, welcome to the year-end update for 2021. Wow, what a 6 months this has been, but luckily things are going to return to normal once I get home. Currently at my mom's cabin enjoying the holidays, but I gotta make time for you, so let's get right to it. Number 1. Progress. I've never been more surprised and happy to see that my subscriber count has increased more than 50 since last time. We're at 530 now or close to it, and I'd like to once again thank everybody that has subscribed thus far and to welcome all the new arrivals that I can see. Thanks for clicking that button and believing in me, cause I really needed it these last few months. Number 2. The schedule. Reason why I've needed that support was my schedule for content output has been all over the place for a while. For those of you that are new around here, I try to release new videos on a schedule semi-regularly every week, but a few things have thrown that way out of my initial plans. For starters, the last season of Quick Views ending back in September kinda didn't do me any favors in hindsight, and I forced myself to work on longer videos, i.e. game reviews and WrestleBound, on a much stricter deadline that I oftentimes missed. It got so bad I did a video asking for patience and leniency as I worked to catch up, but even still it took a while to get back to where I wanted to be when getting the videos I wanted to get done on time. That's a mouthful. Thankfully I was able to make good changes like shortening a segment of WrestleBound down and get lucky on what videos were coming up, like with the puzzle games. That luckily freed me up to take care of episode 10 of WrestleBound before I got up here for the holidays. Even still, I had to upload it up here, which took 2 days. The Wi-Fi here sucks. So now that I've fulfilled my goal of content for the year, we're gonna go back to the schedule we had going, which was having a WrestleBound the first week of a content block, followed by a set of quick views and a current calamity. Then we'll have a game review the next week, then I'll take a week off to recoup and work on the next block of content. Reason why I didn't start another season of QVs yet was because I wanted to start a new season on January so I can fit in 2 next year. Oh, and I will begin content blocks on the first week of the month, so maybe every once in a while I might have an additional week off. Hope you don't mind. Doesn't mean I won't be working in the background. I may be working on something extra. If anything changes, I'd be sure to let you know, which may be a little easier to do now. Number 3. New features. So I've reached 500 subscribers, thanks again by the way, and it gives me something new to toggle with in the form of community posts. I'm sure you've seen them around your feed with all the polls, GIFs, pics and shit. Remember when it was all about the videos? Well, I'm considering using them for my own purpose, but I want to know from you if I should. Not sure if I'm alone in thinking that every new feature YouTube introduces is stupid, but this may make it easier to hear back from y'all on certain things or to let you know if any immediate changes to the schedule. I usually do that on the Facebook page, but I wouldn't know how many of you use Facebook these days, so would using community posts make it easier for everyone? Do let me know. Number 4. The other channels. So not much has really happened on that front this year. Most of my time has been dedicated to the main channel, but I would like to change that ever so slightly. Starfighters Arcade is still going strong. We're over 360 subs despite the lack of content. We've only had a few new recruits and a couple other videos here and there, but next year will be a big year for us for more than one reason. We're planning something special that I'll talk about in the next section, but I would just love to make more arcade spotlights and bonus points as those were really popular and I enjoyed making them, so I'd love to get back to those as well as introduce a new pinball show. Hopefully that'll become a thing soon. Oh, if you're not familiar with Starfighters, you can check out this tour of the arcade I made for this year. It's the local retro arcade that I work at, and I run their YouTube channel. I'm sure you'd enjoy it. On Millennial X, there was only one video that went up, and that was episode 3 of Game Sweepers. And that just doesn't sit well with me, but that will be fixed, hopefully. Plans are in motion for future shows and current shows. We're finally gonna go bowling. If you know, you know. Number 5. Conventions. It's been a long time since I can talk about this, but with COVID permitting, I'll be attending the following. As I hinted to earlier, Starfighters is having its own convention, or what we like to call the Starfighters Pinball Festival, taking place at the Sheraton Mesa Hotel at Wrigleyville West on February 4th through to the 6th. I'll be there primarily working to get this whole event and experience on camera for a future video, but if you stop by, be sure to say hi. Next up, after 2 years, it's ZapCon 8, or now 8.2, will be returning to the Mesa Convention Center on April 30th and May 1st. It's always a highlight of the year to go to that arcade convention. I don't know what it'll be like, but we shall see. Finally, it's everybody's favorite convention, Game On Expo, at the Phoenix Convention Center, and it'll happen from August 5th to the 7th. Oh, I hope we can get this far without a new variant so I can see some old friends, acquaintances, and even you, if you attend. And there you have it, guys. That is the year-end update for 2021. I'd like to thank you guys for watching and your continued support. And hey, while you're here, how are you doing? How was your holiday? What games are you playing? What made you subscribe? Comment down below and let's get a conversation going. I'm quite curious. Be on the lookout for new content starting January 8th with episode 11 of WrestleBound. But until then, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in the near future.